Welcome to Shiny Colors Final Classes, everyone. This is Rashmi here, and today it's Valentine Day. So it's a Valentine Day special. I'm painting two roses. Look at them, so beautiful they are, so fresh, so delicate. So I preserve those roses on Valentine Day, and this painting is dedicated to my husband. So these roses are just for him, saying Happy Valentine's Day. And I made them beautifully. Look at them. See how beautiful they are. So here we start. Let us start the drawing. So when we draw two objects, we have to always occupy the space and see how they are related and how much the space in between and around the objects. So these are two roses. So I decided how to draw them and how much space I have to leave in between. And two birds are also there. So now started with the colors. I started with pink and little bit lavender. So I'll show you how you can make the color. See, this is a pink. So I added a little crimson or rose madder, and this is, see, these are the colors. um, this is bright violet and this is lavender. So in the bright violet you can just mix Chinese white, so you will get the lavender color, light lavender. And for light pink I added little crimson into Chinese white. So these two colors I used here for these two roses. Now we start, and wherever the white is there we have to leave the white to just keep the fresh. So paper white is always good. We should not use white to add little opaque effect, because it actually kills the freshness of the watercolor. So we have to see where the value is dark and where the value is middle tone. So keep on coloring, seeing one by one petal. I'm applying the water first before I apply the color. And blending the color properly. Seeing the petal nicely, observing them light and dark tone, and applying the light and dark colors. And see how beautifully it is coming, how fresh. So in watercolor, we should not do overwork and we should not load the colors, lot of colors. How less, how thin you color you use, that much fresh your painting will look. And here is the bright light of the sun, so I'm leaving all the white space there on the bottom palette of this first rose. Always apply the water first if you want the soft edges, and if you want the hard edges, then you can apply the color just on the dry surface. So this is the trick. Keep seeing the video till end. I'll tell you many tricks here to make the painting bright and beautiful. See, nicely, gently, you have to add on the tone on the wet surface and keep on coloring gradually, and drag the outline always from the outside, otherwise it becomes like a very childish painting, doesn't look mature work. This rose is almost going to done. Some darker values are there where the light is not reaching. So light is coming from the top, especially left top. So we have to keep in mind that we have to make the right side flowers dark. Here in the bud it's round and it has a volume. So I have to make the terminator in the middle and left the reflected light in the right side. I'm adding little dark color here from my palette, just to make it 3D. And starting the other flower. Same way, applying the water and then applying the dark and light tone, leaving the white here. Again, the white on the paper. Keep seeing the dark and light value and apply there. Keep seeing where the edges are soft, use wet surface. Where the edges are hard, use the dry surface. So here I'm done with my outer layer of the bud, and you see both sides of this bud, the petals are half closed, so they have a beautiful fold. So I'm making that beautiful fold, leaving the white all around. See, so inside the fold it's dark, so I'm making the dark inside the fold. See how nicely the fold came. And here is the outer petal of the second flower, and it has a beautiful shadow effect. So when I paint, I always remember that I can maintain my values correctly, light and dark, because that actually very important for each and every painting. So here when I am making this painting for a Valentine Day, my motive is to complete it beautifully, because that's I want to preserve this painting as a memory of 2021 Valentine's Day. And as flower has a less lifetime, I want to be them on the plant only. I don't want to plug them. So they look beautiful on the plant, and after some time, after some days, when the life is over, then it can die or it can dry. So instead of plugging them, I believe then we can paint. As an artist, we have a privilege. We are really blessed that we can preserve anything by making it. So that's how I'm doing, and I'm making it beautifully so that I can keep it forever. It won't dry, it won't die. So now I'm done with the flowers. I'm doing the background now. Quickly, we have to leave it, the cuts and surrounding area of the flower. And when we make the background, we have to make the wiggly effect of the petals, because the background actually makes the outline of the flower. So see, I'm just making the petals little more wiggly, not straight. So remember this, when you do, you don't make the straight line to end the flower. Now see, I'm making some of the very dull pink, that is out of focus flowers, and very blurry effect background. See now, and surrounding also I'm making the greenish effect that is actually surrounded with the leaf. and making the outer layer of the flower little more dark to enhance the beauty of the flower. So the flower will pop up even more when we make the outer layer of the background little darker. So I'm touching the dark color. I used here sap green, cerulean blue, pink, and a little bit yellow to just get the highlight. Now I'm making some of the leaves, those are again out of the focus. So on the wet surface I'm just doing with the dark color. And I made the light layer, first layer of the leaves that are visible there. And on the top I'll do the darker layer. See, now I'm doing the darker layer now. In the leaves also you have to keep the light and dark tone nicely. So the light is falling from left, so we have to remember that the left side portion has to be lighter and the dark side, right side of the portion has to be dark. So I showed you from the close up how beautiful it is looking. I'm making some of those light that is coming through the plants, the sunlight that is actually making like a round circle of the light. So I'm just removing the color and lifting the color with the tissue or with your sponge, whatever you have. And see, there is a layer of sun rays. So I made those small dots in a row. And made little lighter effect on the top. Applied little spray in the side of the flower just to blend the background. Again, see, it has a row of the rays, sun ray. So I made those small dots in a line. It will look like a sun ray. And keep seeing the video. I'll tell you how to make the water drops here on the petal. See, in a row when you just lift the color, how beautifully the sun rays are looking. Yeah, we have to quickly finish those sunlight effect. And now we have to move to the next level. Now see, this bird is remaining, so we have to quickly finish this bird. This bird is actually dried, so this is dark effect. I'm using the gray color, that bright violet, and a little bit bluish. And then see, we have to make the shape of that roundness. So just drag the color with the brush and you are good to go. See, so beautifully dry effect of the bud came, and the bud is looking like 3D. It has a nice mouth and that tip effect. And surrounded small thin leaves. Look at the flower, looking so beautiful. Now we have to move on to the bud part and then the water drops part. So now look at it. For the water drops, so what we have to do, we have to just make the shadow with the dark color, and I'm just making the shadow darker, and on the edge of that fold I'm making few drops. So take the lavender color and make the shadow of the water drops, leaving the top of the water drops white. See that water drops are creating shadow on the right side because the light is coming from the left side. And with the Chinese white, if you feel that your white has killed, so see that light is coming through that one water drops, so that I just touch a little bit Chinese white. Otherwise, we prevent the white top, but here and there, few drops and dots are okay if you are using that white color. And see here again, I am lifting the color by applying the water and lifting the color with the tissue. See how beautifully it came. Really loved it. Hope my husband will also like this painting. Happy Valentine Day to you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Share it with your friends and family and keep the bell icon on so that you will have all the notification for my future videos. Thank you for watching, my friends.